We'll take that one. They say the world was a place where one couldn't find happiness with their own way of life anymore. That it was a world where everyone had fooled themselves into thinking that fitting into a structured mold was happiness. Nobody sought history or religion anymore. No one needs those pillars. Under the guise of new innovations that were needed in the world, companies emerged using technologies known as singularities. Production of a permanent food supply, the manufacturing of customized living creatures, transport of cargo at speeds that would seem like teleportation, artificial intelligence that was more real than people, the technology to preserve in the present by binding time, et alia. Similar to the food chain, small companies began to disappear, or were eaten by the larger companies. At some point, they were called the wings of the world. Soon a head rose to control those wings. People started to derive their purpose for existence from belonging to the wings. However, the truth was, everyone was slowly melting like the wings of Icarus. They may appear to be encouraging the development of the world for the better, but their nature is no different from ours. There's always a price to pay. Any sane person would know that the deeds of the wings commit in the name of the betterment of society are in fact the most humiliating aspect of these corporations. They are a disgrace of the world and its people. Lobotomy corporations rival energy corporations aren't that different from us, I presume. Who knows? Maybe they really are twisting dimensions to garner energy from hell, as the rumors say. In every man, the two instincts, the primal essence of life and death, coexist. The wings only guided our instinct of life. However, if one instinct were to dominate too much, the other would begin to make its move, slowly and unbeknownst to us from the depths. Soon, a world where everyone wants to return to nothing will arrive. Into the stillness of silence before the birth of mankind. She who loved sunshine, who wanted to give hope to mankind, but failed. When the hand that only wanted to embrace humanity with warmth was ruthlessly severed, you clutched the void and saw the crack between the boundaries that were never shown to others. Left alone, you decided to instill possibility and potential into all of mankind. Hope and despair are intertwined in that possibility, making it impossible for anyone to know the answer. If all repressed things can be extracted from the earth, you said to yourself. In those days, you looked absolutely terrible. Many coworkers, friends, were worried about you and tried to comfort you, but you didn't care. You wouldn't listen to anything. I guess you still needed them at some point. Seeing as you were the one who locked them away in here, barely holding on to the husks of their dead bodies. Seems you're holding up all right. Today wasn't the best day. Incidents happened one after another, and I'm a bit tuckered out from it. It's a good thing that everyone has such clear-cut assigned roles. It makes it easy for them to be faithful to their task with no unnecessary contemplation or distraction. Lady Angela does a very good job at keeping everyone in check in her play. Anytime someone tries to rid themselves of their assigned role, well, she becomes completely merciless. I myself have learned well that I have a predetermined role to play. Whether one likes it or not, they've been cast into it already. Given that, I've made up my mind to simply wait. Wait for what, you might ask? All things must come to an end. So I'll be waiting for her plan to finally come to a close. Lady Angela, I found something strange in the documents. This record shows that the containment unit's lock failure was what allowed the abnormality to escape. Yet to my knowledge, that door was fine for the entire day, nor was there any sign of malfunction. And the one with the authority over the locking mechanisms of the containment unit doors is you, Lady Angela. Angela, please tell me, why did you do it? You have to know how many employees under my department died that day. Such a bright one, Chesed. I knew you would find out. But this is a little quicker than I anticipated. What do you mean by that? Thanks to your excellent effort, your department's escape ratio has been very low these days. You're a capable Sephraya, I will give you that. I've never said this to anyone, and I don't need to either, but abnormalities create more energy through killing people. How could that be? You've written several reports and papers about importing machinery to replace the human workforce that must handle the dangerous tasks, no? If a soulless cheap machine were able to replace those employees, then yes, the casualty rate would drop sharply. However, that would also drastically reduce our rate of energy production. Lobotomy Corporation operates a massive business. Tasks include meeting the energy supply quota, production of electricity for the city, and business relations with our various stakeholders such as the other wings. We refine energy via the most efficient method available and make a profit. That is the only thing we need to take into account. That's just... How could you be so cruel? Chesed, any employee who works here is extremely lucky to be hired into one of the wings. Many people fight for a job here every day. There will always be someone to take the place of the dead. What right do you have to take away their fortune? I understand that you're a smart one, Chesed. However, why won't you use that intelligence for something more meaningful? Seems you've taken quite a shock to this, but I warned you before. Nothing will change from how it is now. Did you think I was joking around or denying you? How about you try drinking a warm cup of coffee instead of wasting your time like this? You should savor your relatively high position. Better than what the employees go through. Do not forget that we have one singular objective. Oh, and Chesed? I am the best artificial intelligence that this place has. I never clumsily leave trails or evidence behind. So did you enjoy your little detective game? Do you know that we don't exactly exist like how we appear? I wonder how I look from your point of view. I bet it's something distasteful and incapable. Something I would have hated in the past. Welcome, May. I missed you dearly. I've been waiting for you ever since the first day I started working here. Do you remember this ocean? You said that this place is where everything from all rivers and streams will eventually settle. As such, at the lowest layers, everything sinks. What do you think of this heaven painted laboriously white with plaster? I knew you would come here soon. Please think of it as my welcoming gift to you. I figured what you longed to see may have been something else than what I have become now. Time is like a scythe. It relentlessly attempts to trim, divide, and cleave in twain the clasped together hands of those you love. Everyone that I have loved is now gone, leaving me, a tired old man, behind. Please do not blame yourself. Back then were the brightest moments of my life. The only thing I regret to this day is that I was too scared. I ran away without keeping my abiding promise to you till the very end. However, you eventually found me and helped me to fulfill my promise here. How can I ever be more thankful than I am right now? You're just too kind to me. Kind to the very end. Oh, it's a little helper. Oh, there's a 3 for Big Bird's been on the fucking verge of busting out like 4 fucking times. He's gonna behave though and sit in his cage. Easy. The smiling faces are unfamiliar yet sorrowful. Don't remember which one that is. That might be Mountain. Let us meet again in the stars. I'm pretty sure that's Blue Star. Sadness says begone, pass away, but greed seeks eternity, seeks deep, deep eternity. That's King of Greed. I like Blue Star! It's been quite a while since your first encounter with the abnormalities. I should suppose that you have become a bit more familiar with them. Let me ask you this question again. What do you think abnormalities are? Oh please, you still can't believe that abnormalities are just bizarre alien creatures that appeared all of a sudden. And that we need to isolate them, do you? Abnormalities are not evil monsters that you read about in old fairy tales. They are not some supernatural gods that descended upon us to judge our sins either. There is an old river that has been flowing at the very bottom of the world for many an age. It is the source of everything, but has been forgotten by mankind. Nobody knew of its existence, but somewhere in the world there are very small gaps or holes. It is through which the river gently finds itself a stream. For instance, strange beings would sometimes crawl out of such a gap, somewhere in the Black Forest located in the outskirts. Obviously, the amount was simply too insufficient for Lobotomy Corporation's energy needs. Our singularity is not that we produce energy from abnormalities. Rather, it is the ability to create abnormalities themselves. Their forms were incomplete because they came from a forgotten place. We were scared of them because they were incomplete. It's because of that terror that they have been sealed underground. However, abnormalities are part of the seed. That's what I meant by possibility. The seed is not something that can be made in just a day or be created on its own. We realized that if we wanted to fix a broken system, we couldn't just sit around in a sunny spot waiting for the clouds to depart. What should we do after planting the seeds, you ask? We can't control the entire process. We have to leave them to sprout on their own. Aren't we allowed that much hope at least? Are we managing to get closer to our goal? On the contrary to what people say, it appears that aging does not necessarily bring greater wisdom. Just look at this old man, going through what feels like an endless cycle of intermittent greed. The obsession over things have passed, pointless regret, now trapped in a routine of staring at the iron hands of time without reason. By the way, I've always wanted to ask you something. I noticed you wear a sad expression on your face each time one of your employees died. Just as I've become an old man, no human being is free from the cycle of life and death. Our research was to cure the disease, not to live forever. How about an example? Do you remember that one employee, the one who was nice and upfront with you? He passed away recently. When he received the letter that he was accepted into Lobotomy Corporation, he would have never expected to meet such a futile demise. If I wanted, I could have brought him back for you. But I did not. It is not in the order of this place that an empty spot should always soon be filled. Did you finally discover the secret of this place? Lives are trivial here. The tenuous hold on life can be severed so easily, yet may come back as if nothing happened. We reached a point in which we don't even need to mourn their deaths. An employee who just died yesterday may come back from my simple call, yet another employee may never open their eyes again from a single wave of my hand. That is what death means here, eh? It is neither honorable nor noble, nor is it miserable or cruel, like we may think it to be. So please don't punish yourself too much. I do not wish to see you suffer from such a personal and insignificant thing, for the future will bring you much more pain to bear. I was right, it is Blue Star. I don't remember which work is good for Blue Star. Damn, I'm gonna miss it just by that much. Oh! Never mind, we're so fucking good. Get fucked. No. No. Save us now and forevermore, the truth shall set us free. You remember this melody? The professor used to play the song when the students were sleepy. Happy birthday.